Hey Stampers, Diane Dimich here with day 8 of my Crafting Advent Calendar 12-day release. So, alright, just so you're aware, if you decide to purchase this crafting calendar from me, you will get a packet of supplies in the mail to make the projects that I'm making over these 12 days. And it's been kind of fun. And so, really, you're seeing me actually figuring out what I'm going to do while I'm doing it. I have something in my head, I kind of gather supplies, and then I do it in front of you, and we'll see how it works. All right, so day 8, let's flip my camera and get started. So here's day 8. Oh, there it is. I have to punch out the little door. What have we? Ooh, baker's twine. Interesting. Well, that's an easy. Just add that to card. I'm probably going to add, might even add some of this to some of my other cards because it will just give them exactly what they need. But let me figure out what I'm going to do. I'll be right back. All right, I got an idea here. I'm actually kind of using some of the idea that Stampin' Up! Had put out, but changing it to be my own again. We're going to make a banner. So I will send you all the pieces, all the banner pieces to do the window sheets. We're going to have shaker cards. We're pulling in a lot of the stuff that I've done in the last couple of videos. So let's get started. So to begin with, and I'm using those dies, and now I don't mind them. So that's how that works. So to begin with, I'm going to take my banners, and they're all the same size, but I'm going to punch a hole in them. I'm going to use my little hole punch here. And if I do it this way, they'll all be in the same spot. Does that make sense? Pretty close. And then I'll just keep layering them on top of each other and then adding in when I can see that punch. And that way I get them all even. So all their holes are similar. That's a little tip there for you. And you could use any hole punch. All right, one more. All right, so there's my 5 banners. I'm going to put these back here because I kind of want to remember what I want to do. But I'm going to start by putting together the shaker banners that I'm going to make. So as you can see, I use these 2 sets of dies and I put them together and cut out that frame. And then I'm going to add some of the mono adhesive, and I'm just doing a really light bead around there, and then I'm going to add my window sheet and squish that down. So that can take a minute to dry. I'm actually going to do 2 shakers on this one. So it's similar to the one that we did a few videos back. You can watch the whole playlist if you want to see everything. And I'm going to let that one dry. And these are actually going to get, let me grab the, there it is. Grab some of these long adhesive strips. And again, you're just going to make sure that you get it so it doesn't show through the window. Like that. And then we grab some scissors. These are like the worst scissors. They're full of adhesive. I need to clean them. All right, these are better. And so once I do all this, this is all, window cards or shaker cards are not hard. The fussiest part is getting the tape on right. And then I'll trim that. Do it along this side. And then do it inside this one. And you want to make sure they connect because you don't want your shaker elements falling out. All right, so let me grab another strip. We'll do this on this one too. Just like that. Make sure that gets tucked in there because I don't want those to fall out. And then I'm going to grab these glittery gold beads. And add them into my shaker. Probably won't get as carried away as I did last time. Oh, I probably will because what the heck. Put a few more in this one. All right. I don't know. I think that's enough. All right. So let me put the cover on here. And then we're going to go ahead and pull this off. See if I do better than I did last time. Oh, come on. There we go. Think I got enough shakers in there? Or dots? There we go. Come on. Great. And then this is going to get matched up die cut to die cut. Cute. So I like those. I like the dies. I like everything about it. It's funny. It's funny how, you know, play with something and then pretty soon you're like, oh, I do kind of like that. All right, so pull these off. Come on. I'm using a lot of the stuff that we have gotten so far in this project. So we'll see how it all works out. I think it's going to be cute. Come on. There we go. All right, and then put this one back in there. And we'll add this by just lining up those dies. Did it. And that one's going to go there. All right, so those are kind of done. Not really, but this, we're just going to add these on. In fact, I might start doing that. This one's going to get added on to my banner. And this one's going to get added on, but with dimensionals. So we'll just kind of line that up in there. And then I'm going to kind of line these up only because when I add this on there, I want to make sure that they're somewhat in the same spot. Perfect. We'll do the same thing with this. We'll place this one on. And then place this one on with dimensionals. It'll be cute. Like I said, I'll send you the banner pieces, cut and ready to go. And then we'll add this one on. And this one on. And this one's going to get on with dimensionals. All right. That one's going to get put right there. Now let me grab some paper to stamp on. We are going to do a butterfly. We're going to do it with, oh, I better put the cover on here. Misty Moonlight. Ooh, is it pretty? Do I want that dark? Yeah, I think I do. All right, and then we'll do the body. And just to do something different, I think I'm going to do the body in Old Olive. So you get that two-tone, or the two-step stamping. That's cute, I like that. Let's see, what else do I want to do? This one's going to get cut out. So I know it, oh, those are the scissors with all the adhesive in them. I got to clean my scissors today. So when I clean my scissors, I usually just get like a wipe, alcohol wipe thing, and rub them down. Or if they're really bad, you can use a little bit of fingernail polish remover, and that will take the adhesive right off. All right, so we have this cute little butterfly. Which I'm fussy cutting out. That's going to get put on there, and I think I'm going to put it on there with a dimensional, but I'll just set it there. Oh, well, no, I'll do it. Let's just do it. There. Cute. All right. So remember I saved these insides of the rainbow? I'm going to use them, which is probably not going to be the easiest thing I've ever done, but it'll work. I have faith. So I'm going to just take them and add maybe, I think my, there we go. Just a little bit of adhesive. We'll see how this works, but they were sitting here and I thought I can't just let them sit there, and this will be cute. So there's one piece. God, the dogs are funny. The whole neighborhood is barking. Cute. I like it so far. And then we'll do the yellow. Crushed curry, excuse me. All right, this is getting a little ridiculous. I might have to whip open one that's got more glue in it. Let me find another one. Ah! Okay, this one has a lot more glue in it. Yellow one. And then we'll do a little blue one. Talk about fussy. That's pretty cute. And that's pretty cute. All right. Then I'm going to get a piece of paper again, and this time we're going to do a cupcake. Again, another cupcake. I think I'll use crushed curry for the bottom. And Flirty Flamingo for the top. And then I'm going to trim that out. And we will add a dimensional to that and add it to here. So you can really see how it's coming together. Cute, cute, cute. All right, so I'm going to take a piece of cardstock. What did I do? Oh, here it is. I wanted to do a couple of these, but I didn't want them solid. So I'm going to do that technique where I take some ink and rub it on my cardstock. Does not have to be perfect. I want a couple of these. I don't really like the dot, but it's not going to matter. All right, and then I'm going to go cut 2 of these out. I'll be right back. All right, so here they are. Let's see what they turned out to look like. I kind of like them. I wanted them green, but I didn't want them like solid olive, old olive. And these, we'll put one here. I got a little carried away with the glue, but oh wait, I don't want there. Put it over here. Take that adhesive off there. I do have a little adhesive eraser, which sometimes I use. I'm gonna put that one there. But I'm gonna take old olive. Let me find a strip of it. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this strip of designer series paper, and I'm going to emboss it. We're getting there. I knew that this was going to be a long one. We're going to emboss this with happy birthday. Our birthday wishes. I'm going to use a Versamark. And the white, let me grab a piece of paper to work on so I don't make a mess. Move that so it doesn't get in there. All right, so when you're doing embossing with designer series paper, because the paper is thinner than cardstock, it doesn't take very long for it to melt. That paper heats up really quickly. So I'll take my heat gun. There we go. Hot. All right. So that is done. So this piece is going to go on here. And yeah, that's how I want it. I want that rainbow to show. Perfect. And I actually, wait till this is cooler, just going to add some of our green glue on there. And then attach that on. And then once I kind of get it where I want it, I can take my scissor and just trim right down that edge. So it fits my banner perfectly. The other thing you could do is you could actually cut it to match the size of the banner, which is 3 inches wide. That piece is done. I think that turned out really cute. Now that I've got that done, I'm going to take a couple of strips of designer series paper. So I decided on these two. I'm just going to cut them, I think 1-inch strips. So I'll put them together and cut a couple 1-inch strips. I'll be right back. And it's just going to add a little bit more color to this. So I'm thinking I'm going to fold them over. So I'll fold them all over. And eventually I'll adhere these together. Once I get them on the banner with the baker's twine, which is the whole reason I'm doing this, was to add in the baker's twine. But I kind of like the fact that we're using some of the same techniques that we've used. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to line these up together and find my scissors that are not so, oh, every single one of them is full of adhesive. So I'm just going to go right up the middle and cut them across to make little banners. So there's those two. So they're going to go like in there. It's going to be cute. Kind of fussy, but whoever you give it to is going to love it. Even if you keep it for yourself and just put it out every time there's a birthday. And then this one's going to go here, just to add some more color. I like it. I like it a lot. And then we're coming in with those little embellishments. Use a bunch of those up. We will put a strawberry on our cupcake, which is cute. We'll add a little bow there. We'll add another little bow here. And we'll do some flowers with our butterfly. Perfect. I think it turned out cute. I could do something here if no, I don't think I will. All right, so once I've done all that, let me scoot this stuff out of the way. Let's bring in the baker's twine. Now, just because I can, and I have a lot, I'm going to use both baker's twines for this banner, I think. Either that or I'm going to double up what I got. But I want to make it long enough so I can put bows at the or tie at the end. But I think I will use them both. Yeah, it'll just make it a little bit sturdier. All right. So once we've done that, we will bring that through that hole. And then through the other hole. I'm going to show you a way if you want them to like not move, right? Then this is going to go on there. And then we'll thread this one through. Oh, I like to go down this way. Come up through here. It wouldn't be as difficult if I'd only used one piece of baker's twine, but I kind of like it with two. And that one's going to go in there. Turned out cute. And that. I think I used every product so far, didn't I? Stamps, dies, both sets of dies. And that one's going to go in there. The dots. The puffies. I think I did. We're getting there. Ah. It's really getting frayed. All right. Now let me put it out there. Turned out cute. I have enough on that end. I have enough on that end. Perfect. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually tape these down. Oh, is this going to work? All right, so add some tape on there. I kind of don't really want this baker's twine to move, so I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to sandwich that in between there and pull it down so that that probably won't move. And then after I get these all placed where I want them, these strips, then I'm going to show you how I'm going to figure out how to keep the baker's twine from the banner moving around too much. Does that make sense? So I'll lay this out. This one's going to go in between there. And then this one's going to go in between this one. There's that, and there's that. All right, so now you've got your banner. Oh, I don't even think I need to. I think that the flags in between are going to kind of keep them where they need to be. Otherwise, I could actually flip this over and put a little tape on the back, but I'm not going to. I think it works fine. Tie these into a little bow. These will be what I'll pin it up with. Oops. And tie this side in a bow. Keep hitting the lights. And there's your banner. Woo! That's a big one. It's a really cute project, but that was a lot of work. But I'm glad I did it. I used all of the stuff, all of our techniques, embossed, made shakers. Anyway, that was day, was it 8? Feels like it should be 8 or 9. No, I'm just kidding. I will see you again tomorrow. Take care. Bye.